Here's the deal. This all went down on a Dogg After Dark set at Club Crest in Hollywood. Listen to this. I was there as an extra, rocking a black skirt and a burgundy halter top tied around my neck. They invited me onto the tour bus, and I do remember having a drink. My legs totally shaking like crazy. After that, it's a blur. What happened next, I honestly can't recall. But the woman's voice in the background, haunting. And I think that's me. It sounds like me, and girl, I was clearly not okay. Now, hold up. This is part 2 involving a new Snoop Dogg Accuser, and shocker, it's coming from his own family. If you missed part 1, you have to watch it after this. The link will be at the end. I was paid to work this gig as an extra for 2 days, and I remember spotting the boss lady outside the tour bus. She was calling for Snoop, loud and proud, and I couldn't help but notice her black velour sweatsuit paired with a sparkling bling jacket. I can't say which day it was, but I was climbing the stairs to the club level where they were filming. As I passed, Snoop and his security were headed downstairs. Out of nowhere, Snoop grabbed me, pulling me in and pressing himself against me. Both hands on my body, he squeezed, and it was super uncomfortable. I couldn't understand why he'd make such bold moves. That just didn't make sense. Here's a twist. Ricky Harris was filming on the bus, the same video that's on YouTube. I saw him later when I turned in my voucher and asked for a picture. That was the last time I ever saw him alive. Soon after, I left California, moving to Texas with most of my family, and stumbled on an affidavit in 2019. When I opened up about my experience, I got an attorney and completed the affidavit. The attorney asked, "Are you willing to go back to LA and file a complaint?" I said yes, but before anything could happen, the attorney said Snoop's legal team denied all wrongdoing, calling the allegations an attempt at extortion. Ultimately, my attorney dropped the case, saying it was past the statute of limitations, and suggested I try sharing my story through media outlets via an alleged third-party media mail connection.
All of this matters, and I need to step back for a minute. This is heavy. It's a messy, heartbreaking situation. I fell in love with those kids from Snoop's Special Stars, Special Needs, and Full of Heart. Of course, Snoop never showed up for the season. I wasn't out there chasing clout or being a groupie. I wanted to make a statement. I'm a real human being. Everything has its time and season, and I know mine will come. Now, 4 separate times. Let that sink in for a second. We're not talking about a little misunderstanding or a simple he said, she said. No, this is a documented, detailed pattern of behavior from a woman whose life was changed forever inside that recording studio. And the picture being painted, it's not the Uncle Snoop you see at the Olympics or on some cooking show. This is the side of the industry that usually hides behind locked doors and NDAs, but she's done staying quiet. And as we saw in the Netflix docuseries, when one person speaks, the floodgates open. Now, allegedly, Snoop is out here handing out STDs like Halloween candy. We're looking at a man who's a global icon, a walking brand, but no brand is bigger than the truth. And what if these 4 allegations are proven? We're not just talking lawsuits, we're talking about the end of an era. This isn't a personal attack on Snoop, it's simply his reckoning. Just like Diddy had his day, Snoop's clock may be ticking. And mark my words, it's only a matter of time before 50 Cent makes that call and the Snoop edition hits Netflix too. Now I want to hear from y'all. How do you feel about this? Do you believe her story? The timelines and receipts seem solid to me, but I need to hear your take. The bigger these rap stars get, the darker it seems they can become. Money isn't enough. They want power too, control. And we've seen how Snoop operates, from death row to his loyalty to fallen artists. So tell me, how do y'all feel about him? How do y'all feel about this young lady coming forward? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these videos. I'm keeping you plugged in for the next one. They pulled up to my family's house, filmed the interview, promised payment, and then disappeared. Never paid me, never aired the story. And listen, I've struggled to explain why I even have photos or why I was present at all.
For a long time, I didn't get it myself. Now, I do. I should have stopped Gloria Allred, and honestly, I still might. It's real easy for people on the outside to judge a woman stuck in an abusive situation. They say she liked it, they say she wanted money, they say she's lying, and they throw every ugly label imaginable on top of that. Look at Cassie. How many interviews and brand deals did she do with Diddy while being abused behind the scenes? What about Kim Porter? Why did she stay involved? Why did she keep going back again and again? Trust me, I bet Boss Lady would understand exactly why. What was Sean Combs promising those women? How did his role in their lives make compromising themselves feel worth it until it wasn't? Was it Stockholm Syndrome playing out in real time? Or was it something deeper, like spiritually transmitted trauma, energy transfer that opens doors you never intended to walk through? Because penetration marks the soul, and that's why intimacy is sacred. Snoop knew exactly what he was doing, and he knew exactly who he was doing it to. I'm not regular, not even close. Snoop toyed with my spirit. He knows what I am. Everything he did to me was intentional. It was calculated. I believe he's part of a cult mindset, a dark leadership structure, no different than Diddy. They repeatedly interfere with the free will of their victims. Quiet manipulation designed to drain a person from the inside out. So I ask you, do you even believe in God? Because this story can't be understood with regular eyes. This is spiritual warfare. And God already said the devil is under my feet, and that's where he's staying. I'm not ready to go live yet. I've been connected to Snoop's Special Stars program. I even just celebrated my birthday at Boss Lady's Players Club. I've been waiting for the right time and space to revisit all of this privately. I moved the way I did to show my intentions weren't malicious. I wasn't trying to destroy him. I just wanted to address what happened to me. And what I've told you so far isn't even half of it. In my affidavit, I documented 4 separate sexual assaults by Snoop. I wanted a calm, non-confrontational way to face Boss Lady and Snoop by staying present, participating in nonprofits with his daughter, and supporting mental health causes. I thought maybe they'd see I wasn't some fake Jane Doe or lying victim. I believed that approach might help me finally get the support I needed, but I'm losing faith in that idea. Expecting a sadistic, malignant narcissist and his enablers to suddenly show humanity is unrealistic. I'm not just any victim. I'm family to my abuser, who also happens to be a global icon. This isn't as simple as hopping on a platform like the Netherlands. What about Jerry, who lives in my city? Snoop's oldest brother and I share a close relationship that's now under strain. He's a dialysis patient and an amputee. He'd call me just to ask me to pick up food so he wouldn't feel alone. Before he got sick, I took him to events and he supported my performances. He was a big presence in my life.